Irris, what's the latest?
I can tell you that one woman is dead, 17 people injured after two men got into a car. They actually stabbed a woman in order to take her car, and then they began ramming, in fact, running people over. And when they finished with one car, they'd start with another. They'd find another or grab another that belonged to someone else. They did that three times. So, in fact, it was as if there were three locations, but it was actually just the two. Israel has arrested two people, a 44-year-old man, Mahmoud Zedat, and his 24-year-old cousin Ahmed. They're from Hebron in the West Bank, and they were working illegally inside Israel. And I think, in addition to the facts, what's significant is the warnings that we have heard from Israel's security service, the Shin Bet, about the explosive nature of what's going on in the West Bank. We have seen 8 Palestinians die in the past 24 hours, more than 350 die since the Hamas attack inside Israel on October the 7th. So it's not only the clashes, though, because Israel doesn't allow workers into Israel, doesn't allow Palestinian workers into Israel. There are usually thousands. There's also an economic dimension to this, and there's a huge fight inside Israel's cabinet about whether Palestinian workers from the West Bank should be allowed into Israel. And I think this may just tip the balance because here they were, although they were illegal, they were Palestinian workers working, cleaning cars inside Israel, working at a car wash, and this happened.
Right. Meanwhile, there's a story that's also everybody's keeping an eye out on, and that is Houthi forces in Yemen again crossing swords with the U.S. Navy. In this case, hitting a U.S.-owned and operated dry bulk ship with an anti-ballistic missile. No reports of injuries. The ship, called the Gibraltar Eagle, said to still be seaworthy. Later, residents heard an explosion near the airport of the Red Sea port of Hodeidah. How much coverage, how much attention is being put on Yemen where you are?
It's huge. I can safely say that before October the 7th, there was not that much interest in Yemen, although it's in the Middle East, and although, it's on the Red Sea. Now it's in every bulletin. It's on every news update. I know both those stories because I've read them in Israeli newspapers. I've also heard Israeli intel people saying that they can see Iran's fingerprints on this, both because the Houthis are an Iranian proxy, but they also say they are getting intelligence from Iran about the place where the location of Western ships. They're also getting weapons from Iran in order to hit Western ships. So you can just see how important this is because of Iran's role, but also how important this is because it's really turning into something regional.
Irris Makler reporting live from Jerusalem. Many thanks for that update.